Good evening. Today's Independence Day, and I've kind of had some time to upload a lot of videos, small snippets of how the day went. And it went, should I say, very beautifully. It was a relaxed day. It was a day to be at home with your family. Well, my daughter's out, but it's my husband and me, and have a good lunch, watch a movie, sleep, the little things that refresh you. And I needed plenty of it when I got back because my health really, I came to a point of septicemia. My doctor and my sister saved me because they used to come home and put trips on me, and you know, and we're not going to all that, but I lost a lot of time, valuable time, and what I understand. The most is more than money, more than gold, more than anything. Time is the only thing you can't buy back. Every minute that is ticking away on your watch is gone. And what do we do with it? Okay. So today, my topic is about the voiceless. Yesterday, I spoke about friends. Those are the voices I heard. Okay. Trust me, not everybody's like that. Yesterday, I was maybe a little emotional because after giving your best and then you come to this, you just dropped for a peanut, and for no real fault of yours. But bole akhate tali baje na. But the thing is that the more you try to untangle it, the more you get tangled because people are trying to cover their, let me not use the word, okay? So the more you get labeled for it, and then that's why I tell you to don't waste any time. The minute you see something, just if the person comes back to you, like I had a friend who came back after years of being very sarcastic and things like that, and those are very negative things, and it's on our phone. And she came back and she had the grace to say sorry. Well, that's okay. If your friend comes back and says sorry for a situation that she created, be graceful enough. But never forget the lesson you learn from it. Anyway, that is put aside. Today I came to speak, like as I said in the morning, that we should also do for our country. To be very frank, for those who have voices, I'm not saying I don't care for them, but I care for them if they add value to my life. I'm not I'm not close to learning from even those who are younger than me or older than me or my age. Okay. But of late, I've been having, since I have worked with animals so much, my heart mainly goes out for the voiceless. And I work for those who don't have a voice. It doesn't mean that I don't care for humans. If I see somebody, like I told you about the old lady down the road, and she's going mad waiting for her son. Now she talks to herself. I think one day they'll just pick her up and put her into a um, home. And I hope they do that actually. But then where will her son come and find her? There's so much we can do. The little things around us, the dogs. We give them a little biscuit. Somebody who's just lying on the road, give them a little food. You don't have to do it every day. But today I have come to talk about the voice of the voiceless. And I think I have spoken about it before that in our country and in most countries, if you use animals for an income, you have to take care of them because they don't have a voice to tell you that they have a stomach ache or they have a headache or they have a leg ache. They are just every morning taken to do what they're supposed to do. And I found one or two very good. I mean, I checked to see whether they're genuine and I kept them waiting for some time. And I went through the history, and one is called Seva for Dogs, and World Animal Day is the other one, which has helped release a lot of animals that have been in captivity for the entertainment of people when they go to visit a place. God has given us bus number 11, which I mean are our own two legs. There are people who are older who also go, but it is their family members' uh, responsibility to show them around and not just dump them on a donkey and leave them to see the place from there on it, you know. Don't take them to a place which is rocky and you can't climb with them. Take them to a place which is better equipped for them. And I had a call, as I said a few days ago, from a gentleman, and he kept telling me that please go through our website, see what's happening to animals all over the world, and they don't have a voice. Recently, in the Assam floods, you know, so many animals got washed away. It breaks my heart because I think we can do better. There are a lot of um, small NGOs and organizations that are trying to save and look after the animals that they pick up along the way, injured dogs or cows or anything, you know, horses, mules, donkeys, which people use endlessly for. It's just that they're uneducated. I'm not even blaming those people. What will they do? If they have to pull a whole carriage of sugar cane from one village to the other, they will use the cows and they will use the donkeys. But when the time comes that they're of not of any use anymore, they're left to. It's like leaving your old parents. We don't leave our old parents. We take care of them or we put them into a place from where we can. These animals don't have a voice, they're just left, just taken and left. And this is the human nature. Like now with the wars in the Gulf, my heart was pounding for the animals because I know that most people they'll take an expensive dog or they'll show that. But when they have to leave the country, they'll take everything with them except that poor creature. And then it's the responsibility of the municipality or those who are working there for animals. And I've seen people, friends who I don't blame now, they've screamed at me, but I know how much stress they're going through because by the time they're saving the 200 they have already and funding them and feeding them, or there are accident cases, and then another 20 come in, you know. So to expect those people to be kind of in their right senses, and now with wars and things like that, it's even worse. But I think they're struggling on, and I pay for them. Now, what I would like to talk about is that I'm sure each of us have 100 rupees that we can. We are buying lipsticks, we are buying eyeliners, we are buying jewelry, we are buying clothes, we are eating. I've seen people asking for $1, which would be equivalent to, I don't know what now is the dollar rate, but not more than 100. Even if it is a little more, there are organizations where your 100 rupees donation will take them a long way. Because imagine so many people send 100 only. You don't have to send 10,000 or 5,000 or 3,000 or 1,500. Just send 100. And there are so many people, even, you know, the very middle class or a lower middle class, person, if at any time they have a little spare money, they can donate. It's not just for the top people who have money to do it. We can do it also. Yeah. Because we don't realize that on a daily basis how much we spend for our own livelihood. And just 100 rupees fed into that organization helps them with, say, the Assam floods, the animals that they saved from there and brought back. All this costs. All this costs. Would we want them to just die? Do we want to be the only species on the world? Anyway, we're destroying it. They're not. So, a little bit of donation, and I'll tell you the ones that I have chosen is I used to pay for 300 bucks for one dog. It's food for a month. There was a lady who was collecting, and she was updating us very often about the street dogs that get food. I have to follow that up because she has not called me. But I do see people going around, and I look after the dog of our own building. Okay, we have Mr. Sheru, who won't let me pass. He's an old dog, but he's really our night guard. We can just close the gates, and they release him at night. They don't release him in the day. He's not a very friendly dog to everybody, but animals understand the aura of a person. The minute I went up to him, he took to me like water. Yes, they know. They have feelings. They have a soul. Every living ant, even a little ant, has a soul. You know. So I was just thinking that today, what kind of a message could I give out to those who listen to me? Think of those who need a voice. Speak for them. And you don't really have to go and do anything. There are enough people doing it. But if you help them, they can do better. And I'm sure 100 rupees, 100 rupees, 100 rupees, 100 rupees, 100 times, or 10,000 times from different places will help them help more. Imagine how rich I would get if people just kept sending me 100 rupees. So that is my little request to y'all. Uh, I have funded for the animals. I just gave one portion. I gave what I could because the elephants have been so badly used that their legs have got twisted. There are nails under their feet, or the hot stones have hardened, and then they're carrying. They have to be retired at a certain age. I've seen in Thailand that rescued um, elephants, they're very intelligent. They they say that the memory of an elephant, what an elephant sees and experiences, they never forget. We underestimate the emotions and the love and the thoughts and the intelligence of animals that can't speak, but they understand everything. So my voice has always been for the voiceless. So it is my request that you think about it and see if you can make a difference so that we can all live happily, guilt free, that we are only hogging away and living our lives and sitting in an AC room and sleeping and watching serials for just 100 rupees. Believe me, it's a blessing to you. And I keep coming to it and forgetting. I did for the World Animal Day. I will post it. And for Seva is another one. I have not started, but I do give some money, 300 dogs, if sponsoring one dog. So we were about 7 or 8 of us sponsoring, and that was enough money to buy them what would be like a meat khichdi. So once a day also if they're fed. We don't want to feed them too much to take away their instincts of survival. You and I cannot go and survive on the road. But if we feed them twice, um, their natural survival would get altered. So we leave them one time to do what they do, and one time we give them one good meal. So if there's anybody who's interested, you can contact me, drop me a note. Putting phone numbers is not the way. That is for me to find out how I can reach you. You can, let me see, let me think about it. But if you want to help, please just put a thumbs up or put a message for me. And my loves, I would like some likes from you. I would like, it would motivate me. It would motivate me. It's not that I'm any less motivated, but I would like to see some response from you. I'm not saying that you have to write good, bad, ugly, but just subscribe and like. That's not costing you anything. At least I know that I'm reaching out to people. That people are not just browsing through my videos; they're listening to what I'm saying. Because every day I think of what message do I want to put out in the world. There was a time for taking, and there is a time to give back. And that time for me is now. I'm not going to take anything with me when I go. So if I can feed a few, if I can even help some people who need help, not financially, I'm saying, because that would become. But sometimes, like I asked my mother in law, she's very peacefully living there. It's a very lovely place. And a lot of senior people live there, but in a different way. And it's not just a home for seniors. There are women of 50 and 60 who are moving in there because they feel safer. They don't feel safe living alone in the city. So once they retire, they move there. And they stop this whole Shangshar thing, and they leave it and they follow the rules. And then they go out when they want to. All all details are kept over there in case something happens to them, but there are doctors on premises, and we're always going there, and she's coming here, and she still says that no, I want to have my independence, and she's 86 years old and fit as a fiddle, touch wood, that she does everything. She's got the strength of mind. She eats well. She's routined. And I asked her one day, I said, Ma, what, what in your perspective would be the needs of older people? These are the genuine problems of our country. We always say, na, ma baba ke vriddhashram hai dobo na. These are not vriddhashrams. These are homes for those who don't want to run a home anymore. And in that, there are some senior people. There are even people who are young, who might have had medical issues and their families have put them there because they can't handle them at home. And she said to me, they need people to listen to them. They have nobody to talk to. Everybody, I walked around there and I've seen that some of them you can make out looking at them that they're not all there. But you still have to be gentle. Like one lady told me, I don't even know who she is. Okay, Tony, I've just started going. She's thinking of somebody else. Maybe somebody who looks like me, or she's just not there. তুমি এতদিন পর আমার সঙ্গে দেখা করতে এসছো. I felt so sorry that nobody visits her. Now I go once a week or twice a month, so I get to see this. And it's not that I walk into their rooms because they're not allowed to. Their families are specified who they can live with, who they can meet. And especially with old people who've got properties to their name and accounts to their name and fixed deposits to their name. There are many people who come and buzz around them like a suddenly when you grow older, you will find a lot of people buzzing around you. It's not a good sign. They'll be very nice, very sweet. They'll do everything for you, but not without motive. So they're very protected. But my thing is that, yeah, if you can go and sit and talk to them for some time, just listen to their stories. It adds to your experience. Instead of listening to people who talk rubbish, listen to these people's lives. What brought them from where to here? And each one is a story. This I would also consider the voice of the voiceless, who can't get out of that place anymore because their families have put them there. My mother-in-law is different. She just tells them when she wants to leave and come back, but not all of them. And animals. So I follow two, World Animal Day and Seva. And if you just check online, you'll find them. And let me see if I can get the links. I'll later come and put it over here. 100 rupees is nothing for us to give every month or every 2 months. If everybody can give that, it makes um, it so much easier for them to help more animals. Where the old people are concerned, if you know of a place where you can go and sit for half an hour, if you know somebody, go and spend time with them, and through them you'll get to know some more. That's service to your country. When I was in school, we had social service. That was part of our curriculum. And I was assigned to a home on Lower Circular Road. I don't know if it's still there. I don't know what it's called. I was very young at that time. And the mothers and the sisters, because it was a Christian missionary kind of place, huge place. They knew who was coming from which school to come and help them. And we had to do that service, okay? It's part of our curriculum. And I was assigned to And Anglo-Indian ladies, we don't see them anymore. I think they've all gone away from this country. But there was a lovely lady over there, light eyes, and you can make out with the color of her skin that she was mixed. But her legs were a little twisted, her arms were a little twisted. There was nobody to take care of her. So they put me for her. They said, you look after this lady. You come and visit her once a week or twice a week, whatever you can. Just walk in, let the sister know that you're here because we had to take a signature that we have done the social service and go straight up to her. And she used to love these little orange sweets, she got in wrappers. Her eyes used to light up the minute I came because she knew that I would have brought those sweets for her. And I did. I did. And because her fingers were all not very strong anymore, I used to I used to sit next to her and open them and pop it in her mouth. Oh my God, her face. That's joy. That joy gives you joy. And then, of course, that was when we were in class 10, I think, or 11, 12. I can't remember. But then uh, we passed out and we didn't have to go there anymore. I did go back to see her once or twice, but they were a little strict because other children had been assigned and they just can't have people coming back to visit because they had to maintain the. It's not that they asked me to get out or something, but I understood and I knew that somebody else would be taking care of her. These are the little things that we can do for our country. So I thought I'll come here today and speak about it and speak the voice for the voiceless, and that includes humans who are in a condition. You don't have to shell out your own money, but you can work towards bringing attention towards them, taking a few sweets for them, making them feel that they they matter. So with that, I'll say good night today, and please do work for animals also because I am doing all this to raise money so that one day I can take a load and give it. I can't earn that kind uh, straight away, but I can do something by which I get to. I don't need the money, okay? I need it for the things that I want to do. And as I told you all and promised you all before, I will go to these places which I go to, and you'll see how many of my friends they've given up their lifestyle here and they moved to areas where they can bought land and made houses where they can take care of dogs, especially dogs. Most of these clubs and all that don't want the dogs anymore. Where are they going to go? So there was a lady who her husband was in a position to uh, get some land and build a lovely house out there. And she not only looks after them, she also goes around in the city looking after dogs at different areas. I don't have a car. I can't go everywhere, but I can certainly spread the message, or I definitely have some money to give always. It doesn't have to be too much. 300, 200, 100. Please think about it. And please leave a like and subscribe. I don't want to keep putting those, you know, Please, 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 please. Otherwise, you want me to do that every time? No. If you like something, it helps. It helps in the long run. Good night. Good night. My cat shakes the phone. Bye.